As you can see, I rolled out some pie crust. We've used our pie crust recipe, and it is thinner, you'll notice, because for our berry and apple tots today, it has to be thinner because we are going to roll it over like this and seal in the fruit. And you don't want a thick crust for a little tart because it's going to be smaller. So, first things first, we have this rolled as you see, and then we're going to add our apples. I've taken about 6 to 8 apples and I've chopped them up. I'm going to add about ½ cup of sugar. Then we're going to do about 1 or 2 teaspoons of cinnamon that I've got right here. Add a little flavor. This is like just mini apple pie actually. Now, what you can also do, if you don't like whole chunks or chunky apples in your pies and or tots, you can cook them down just a titch, just to soften the apple a little bit more. But for us, we like chunky. Then we of course add just a titch of flour, because it's got to absorb the juices, as you know. Or if you don't know, you do need flour to balance that out, because apples, when they cook down, as you saw in our applesauce episode, get pretty juicy. Put a little bit of apple in there. Don't want too much. I'm going to flip the dough over, and we're going to seal the sides, rolling just a little bit, cutting off the excess, rolling that, just pinch it close, there is your little tart. Now you can do a little design, a little shell, kind of do a little bit like that if you wish, or use your fork and do it the old-fashioned clip way if you wish, just to show you what you can do. Now, this is apple. I poke the top just like we did with a pie, because you have to let some of the air escape. And for today, I'm going to put a little bit of half and half on top and sprinkle it with raw sugar. Not quite a full teaspoon. I need it to pour out. Sprinkle that just like that. This makes it nice and golden brown, folks. It really does, in my opinion. Take that, put it over. Now, difference between raw sugar and the granulated sugar is, well, it's sugar in the raw. I don't know if you can see it in my floured hand there. It's nice and crystalline. So I just sprinkle a little bit. I love these packets because you can just lightly sprinkle it. Today with our blackberries and raspberries, it's a little different. This fruit is a bit more tot, so I'm only going to put in about a handful, roughly, literally. Then I'm going to put some raw sugar to coat these, so it will temper the tartness of the fruit. Then I'll add a little bit more, again, not too much, and then do another layer, and we'll just mix it lightly. It really balances out the fruit deliciously. Sprinkle a little flour on it. It's going to soak up some of that juice. Don't worry what it looks like right now, because when it bakes, And we'll do the exact same thing as we did with the apples. 350, it's gonna bake like a regular pie. We're going to give it, since they're smaller, we're going to give it half the time. We're gonna start with a half hour. Here we go. Yummy delicious. Little runny, folks. But just as tasty. Guys, nothing is perfect. Sometimes you have a tart and it explodes, like something out of Alien with the alien coming out of the chest. But you know what? That doesn't mean it's not going to be delicious. We're going to bake this, we're going to eat this, and it's going to be magical. So deal with it.